What's up, everybody? Let's talk about the thing we just saw just now. I'm gonna switch over to a video so we can talk about the video that actually happened today. I'm gonna wait for people to start showing up, and then we'll start with the actual video that KGS talked about. So we can talk about the 3 new characters and their passives, and maybe their skill loadouts, because they actually did show us the skill loadouts, which is nice of them. But we don't have a whole lot of viewers. It's gonna be a short stream today, so it is what it is, you know. Anyways, so how's everybody doing? How's everyone hanging out today? Gotta change the donators already to September donators. There were no August donators whatsoever, so don't need that anymore. We got 3 viewers. Gonna wait a little bit amount more before we start, because I want to talk about what we were just shown. So we'll see. All right, 6 viewers. We can start. That's good enough. I'm not exactly what I would call a heavy viewership channel. No teníamos preocupación de la Dream Ball. Eso era garantizado. So here we go. We've got these 3 new players. We've got Levin with a volley, Napoleon with a tackle, and Robson with a block. We're going to talk about these units in a sec, and then after this starts, I don't care to listen to anything else. So here we go. Convince anyone that joins that Napoleon is playable, and I'm feeling that September donation. The blue Napoleon's probably going to be playable. Pedal to the Metal is very, very good. And all you have to do is pass him either the shot from the green version, which is an S cannon shot, which I think is actually okay. It's like a 450 shot. So that would be pretty usable. Or if you have a spare Dreamfest Napoleon from the last Dreamfest and you don't know what to do with him, you pass him the shot from that. I was too fast in merging my spare Dreamfest Napoleon. So I fucked up because I got 2 Dreamfest Napoleons. Like the game was telling me, don't waste your Dreamfest Napoleons. And I just merged them into my red one. So I'm screwed because I'm not going to have a good S shot for him. So let's talk about this. Reformed Destroyer Stefan Levin. 18,000 attack, 14,000 defense, 17,000 physical. So we're gonna start doing full calculations here because I don't feel like checking it out. So he's a 50k. So we have entered for sure the new era of gacha units, guaranteed. We're never going back to the old era of gacha units being 44k. If you are a gacha unit, you can basically be guaranteed that you're going to come out with super loaded stats. Now, he is a skill player, which is nice. He is a forward and attacking midfielder, which is very interesting to me. He comes with a good low flying shot, special skill booster, which is cool. Comes with new Levin volley shot, which is a 455 for 385 stamina, not too bad. New Levin shot A80 is pretty nice. It makes me feel bad that I have a S new Levin shot on the old green Levin. Now I'm gonna have to take that off probably. Overhead kick sucks. I know why they gave it to him. It's so that if you send him a high ball and you don't get the right one, you have an option. But I would probably remove the overhead kick, keep S, and then like a S new Levin shot or A new Levin shot, and then teach him the dribble, the pass cut, you know, just the standard stuff. He doesn't have a whole lot of defense, so you're not going to be doing a whole lot of stuff. You could get rid of the overhead kick, teach him the dribble, a pass cut, and the pass. And I feel like he's a pretty strong unit. He's kind of like Kluivert, but with better skill support because you have access to other stuff. Frankly, if he had a better air shot than an A overhead, I would consider him kind of broken, but he doesn't. He is, again, though, a 50k unit, so I like him a lot. He's interesting. we'll have to see what his actual stat loadout looks like, because if he doesn't have at least 10,500 base shot, I don't know if he's that useful. With 10,500 base shot, he's useful. Without it, he might not be very strong. Next up, we're gonna see Hooligan Louis Napoleon. Now, Krista DiMaggio says, convince anyone that joins Napoleon is playable and not bench, and I'm filling that September donation. Well, we don't have information about him yet, so I can't guarantee that I'll be able to do it. However, he is a 49.9k forward. He is a true forward, and true single position players tend to be released a little weaker. He's also not the banner player. The banner player is always whoever they announce first. So Napoleon has pedal to the metal, which is pretty strong. We've seen this already on the World Cup Rival and Tsubasa, the second Tsubasa, the red one. He does come with cannon tackle 440, which is a 440 tackle 390. Some people are gonna be like, I don't understand why he has a tackle. The event Blue Napoleon, this guy exists to merge probably the bad Blue Napoleon and the event Blue Napoleon. It's very likely that this cannon shot, you're not meant to keep it. 300 power at 325 stamina, not what I would call a great shot. There is a S version cannon shot that if you've gotten a duplicate green version of Napoleon, you can pull it off with a skill selection ticket and give it to him as your S shot, and that'll probably be pretty decent. If you got a duplicate red Napoleon at any point and you didn't knee-jerk feed it, which you shouldn't do, I did with both of them, I fucked up. But if you kept any of them, you can give him cannon burst shot, and I'm almost willing to bet he's going to be really edgy in shot, really okay at passing, and absolute garbage at dribbling, or absolute garbage at passing and really decent at dribbling. So he'll be like an 8,000 or 7,000, high 7,000s base shooter with a decent dribble and an almost non-existent pass. And then also a pretty good tackle stat and almost non-existent in both others. I would be willing to bet that he'll be like one of those 4,000. No, what is it? He'll be like one of those 4,100 plus 4,200 plus 7,300 tacklers or some shit. Like, he's gonna be one of those really weird fucking units where they gave him good speed, good power, no technique, and then they're probably gonna build him to be this really specialized harassment forward. Now, if he had gotten plus 10% with Pierre, he would have been super busted, and I feel like they knew that, and so they don't want you using the tackle unless you're in full power, and that's why pedal to the metal is there, so that you hit pedal to the metal and you're tackling for 195 stamina every time, and then just running up there, probably just using Eiffel attack or straight line dribble and just getting all the way up. Eiffel attack A is pretty nice. It comes down to whether he's a good attacker or he's a good passer or a good dribbler, or if he's kind of mediocre at both, so that you can do the mix up. But I feel that I would give him a duplicate S shot, and with pedal to the metal, if they gave him even close, let's say they gave him 10,900 shot, and a lot of people are gonna be like, that's not good, that's terrible, because there's a lot of people like that who just think blue sucks. If he's the kind of character that is supposed to go super hard during full power football, then he's going to be a 12k shooter during full power football. If he uses his extreme awakening of European players, which is not hard to use at all, it's very easy to build blue Europe right now. So he would be like a 1.4 unit, and considering you can get a 10% blue, you can get a 10% physical European, non-Japanese formation plus 10% from your club, you can safely assume that he will have, plus the team skill, he'll be a 1.5 kind of shooting character, and so he'll be like an 18k 102 shooting character. That's not too bad. It's probably likelier that he'll be like an 11,000 shooter, because they're trying to build shooters that don't suck. So if he's that kind of shooter and you give him that kind of buff and then you hit full power, that's nice. That's without limit breaking. Obviously, if he's an 11k shooter and you break him fully on shot, he'll be that. You give him his team skill plus club skill plus formation skill, he'll be there. And then you pop full power, and then you tell people to go fuck themselves because you gave him the S shot. from the red version. We don't know what he's going to be like. If I was Clab knowing that blue is desperate for some kind of a blue shooter, I would give him a total of 11k shot. Like, I would give him some obnoxious values, and I would just let him be shitty at everything else except tackling, and I would just go for it. I would just let that happen. I would release this character into the wild and hope that my fucking players just didn't hate me for it. I think he could be viable. It all depends on what Clab does. We obviously know that Clab doesn't have a great track record with releasing stuff that brings the meta back together. Obviously, they released a Red Pierre, which Red didn't need. It was actually one of the few things keeping Red from being absolutely insane. That it wasn't easy for Napoleon to be broken. He had to feel the green player for it. Now he doesn't have to. He just goes full red. Like, fuck it. Fight me, Anyways, Cannon Hooligan, pretty good. Even if Matthew was real pissed. Matthew, who we have confirmed is not my real dad, decided that it's not, the hooligan. Dude, he's a hooligan. Louis Napoleon in particular is a hooligan. Just leave him alone. I understand. Maybe you're offended. He's a hooligan. Now, Giant Defender, Robson, Football Motherland Giant. That motherfucker's huge. He's got 19k defense, absolutely no attack, and decent physical. So we're going to take a look at what that looks like total. He's a 49k unit. Again, we're completely past the days of bad versions. Now, he is a Red Robson, considering that there was no good Red Robson anymore because the previous Red Robson sucks several levels of shit. I don't know that Red needed more good blockers, but he is an S auto block enhance, 50% chance auto blocker with perfect block, which is a 430 block for 455 power. I don't remember off the top of my head whether that is comparable or not to what's his face, to high power block. I always forget. So we're gonna check what high power block is. High power block is at 450 for 445. So I would say that's pretty good, right? I would say that's pretty good. So I wouldn't be too upset there. So that's pretty nice. Any way that he's released, he's gonna be strong. I wouldn't even think about whether he's gonna be strong or not. Then they do a bunch of pulls, and I really don't care. They got the blue Tsubasa from Sanai selection right now. What I want to talk about really is I want to talk about this event that's coming up, the time attack. Now, I really like. You guys should probably know that one of my favorite events, even though I was frustrated by not being able to do a little bit better than I could have. I was like theorizing about it near the end and really thinking about it, was the Takeshi time attack event. And the Takeshi time attack event was really fun. And I frankly really was waiting for something like it to come back. I wish there was a time attack event every month. And it was a different kind. And that maybe those players became available again 6 months later. Or that you could just get that player again somehow. Because I feel like the players aren't broken, or at least Takeshi wasn't broken, but he was an interesting player that I think more players would have benefited from having. Now, you can get a Mueller from this one. Alejandro says, hello, Nothing XS. How strange is it that the best player from the banner is red? Alejandro, the best player from the banner is probably Levin. I don't think it is Robson. I think Robson's pretty good. I just think Robson's another red defender in a sea of red defenders. I feel like if you're playing red, Robson doesn't add a whole lot to your team other than a team skill. The passive surely is nice, but he already has to compete for space with Galvin, especially if you're running Diaz. He has to compete for space with, I want to say, obviously the new Dreamfest Bunak. In some cases, he will have to compete with the Dream Collection Jito. I think that he is more interesting because he's red European rather than red. I wouldn't see him and go, oh man, he's a red unit. Look at him, he's so good, he's red also. We don't know that he's good. I secretly think that Napoleon's going to be sneaky good, and people right now are just pissed because he just looks like a useless blue striker with a tackle. And people won't realize that if you give the blue Napoleon like a shot or something, he's probably gonna be busted. And it'll be real easy to do that if you saved any dupe red Napoleons, or if If you didn't get one, obviously this is not for everyone, but I know people did get dupe Red Napoleons because the Red Napoleons seem to be dropping for everybody, while it was really hard to get Awe. So if you did not keep the Red Napoleon dupe, then no one can help you there. So hopefully you guys kept it. But he's interesting. It is a green Mueller. Obviously, during the time attack, the good players are going to be all the Germans. So if you did the Dream Pot, these probably Germans will probably be really useful. But it's probably better to use the ones you already have. Now, the problem is that I don't remember if you had to use the same unit for all 3 kinds of shots. But because if you have blue Margus, it should be really easy to complete this event. If you have like blue Margus and any Schneider, I feel like it'll be really easy to do this event because it doesn't matter what height ball you give Margus. The problem with Margus is that he's really bad at taking the ball back. And so you're going to have to look at the team layout and you're going to have to figure out which of the players is the player you least want to get the ball in the beginning. So that you can most quickly set up your air balls and all this other stuff. Kaltz will be probably completely useless. Chester will probably only be a little bit useful to easily send the pass in and to take the ball. But Kaltz I don't think will be very useful. However, I think the blue Kaltz, the World Cup Kaltz, can be played at attacking midfielder. So I think in that regard, he'll be very useful because he can go in to try to steal the ball earlier. So there's probably some formations that you can set up here. It's probably very easy to make a blue team that very effectively deals with this event. And I'm gonna try to do it with a blue team. Hopefully the goalies are green or some shit. I do know that, I mean, it ends up being whichever is the easiest for your color matchup. It was easy for me in the previous one because I had Hugas in all 3 colors, and all my Hugas had a high ball, a low ball, and a mid ball. And so remember to save the ball that you get, the ad that you get bonus for 20%. Save them for time attacks because that's the easiest way to make the time attack easier, is using your ad. Now the prize you get is a Mueller, a green Mueller whose base stats are 7194 and 8914. I don't know how good that really is, so we're gonna go take a look. I'm gonna go take a look at the Muellers SSR list. We're gonna take a look at goalkeepers, right? Because I want to see a goalkeeper, what an SSR goalkeeper stats normally look like. Maybe like an okay one. So let's look at like Espada's SSR 8-9, and he has what? So 8 and 9, and he has 7 and 8. So I'm gonna guess that his passive is something like Continental Link. I want to think the passive is gonna be something like Continental Link. It could not be. It could be like German Link. If it's German Link, they're fucked up because it was very hard to get any good green German so far. 2 of them are locked away in the fucking 2 of them are locked away now in a previous event. And he's not going to be as good in a pure European team than the Blue Mueller. And if you have the Blue Mueller, you have absolutely no incentive to run this guy. And the only reason he'd be good is as a main green goalkeeper. He does come with windmill catch, which is expensive ass fucking skill. We don't know what he'll look like once he's maxed. He could be super edgy on catch and have absolutely no punching, and then have okay stamina, and then like maybe his passive is like lower stamina costs, and the more Germans you have, the lower the stamina cost, or something fucking weird. Everything is speculation right now. We have no information about what this Mueller is going to be like. He could be really interesting. He could be real stupid. And then we're going to do this, which is where, I mean, we don't know if he could be a bench GK. He could be really strong. Especially since he has an actually really good catch as his main catch. Windmill catch is better than SGGK catch. It is actually as good as solid block which is Wakashimazu's catch, which I think is the second best catch in the game. Windmill catch is tied. It's just, I think, a cheaper skill to use. Solid block is super expensive for no good reason. Anyway, training camp, collect practice medals and exchange them for fantastic items. We've done events like this before. Basically, you farm a bunch of stuff and you get it. Now, the interesting part is that you can also exchange your spare things for Dream Pod transfer tickets, which is probably on purpose so that if you need to try to find some Germans to do the events, you can get them. I think that's what this is for. Especially if you were having trouble doing the red part. I think I'm going to have trouble doing the red part of this event because actually the green part, I have no way of doing the green part. I'll have to do equal matchup. So if they field a blue team, I will have to try my blue team because I don't have a green Margus, for instance. So I can't score. I don't have the green Margus. So my matchup against the blue team will be the worst one. So hopefully the last one is a red team so that I can play my blue team because I have a blue German of every type. That'll be a lot easier. Whatever. So yeah. Obviously they're gonna be adding these new ability limit break scenarios. That's interesting, I guess. I realize I have no music, so it's absolutely quiet, which I'm sure makes a lot of people worried because you guys know that I'm always playing stupid musiquita in the background. So I'm gonna play some of my stupid musiquita now. So anyway, the ability limit break, they're adding a new difficulty, which is like the Omega Super Ultra Hard difficulty. They called it Insurmountable difficulty, which to me is just a good way of saying that they want to give me a lot more limit breaks a lot faster. I'm okay with that. I'll do that shit. I don't care. I will try it over and over and over again. Hopefully it's not like Challenge Road hard, but it's just like pretty hard. Because I don't want to sit there trying to pass it for several hours. I just want to be there maybe like an hour doing my limit breaks. I'm okay doing that and then just farming for the rest of the day like a moron. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I just really wanted to get through this real fast. I want to talk about it because obviously Collab doesn't have a whole lot of time to discuss what they're doing. And so it's good to be able to do these little, like, I guess analyses of what they're doing. Not this week, but next week we should start hearing hints about what Dream Collection is going to look like, which should be somewhere on the 16th, which will be a Sunday. So we'll see what happens. I hope it's like Mexico because September 15th to September 16th, Mexican Independence Day. So it would be a really nice touch to do some Mexican stuff. We know it's not going to happen, but I do believe, I don't remember if they did or not. I want to say they played against Mexico in World Youth. I would like to see something better than the last Mexican Dream Collection. Maybe Forward Espadas would be nice. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm getting out of here. It's been 25 minutes. Thank you guys for checking it out. After you're done here, go check out some other YouTubers. Go check out Chi Games. Go check out Sisbros. Go check out Bay TV. Go check out Jatukun. Jatukun should be streaming right now. So go check that out, and I'll see you guys later. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do some streaming. I haven't been able to play a whole lot. I will be streaming my time attacks. In case you guys are interested, I will probably try to do one stream per time attack. And I'll do them daily. I'll just get on, do my time attack, and then be done. And then we'll analyze whether I could do anything faster. We'll take a look at it. We'll try to attack it together. Maybe develop some good strategies. And we'll go for it because I think that's actually, it's my favorite event other than PvP is the time attacks. And so we're going to take a look at that. So peace out, guys. See you guys later. Take care of yourselves.